Welcome to another edition of Football Forget About It. I'm your host, Tony the Loser.
Alright, football fans. Tony had some technical difficulties last week. That's the last time I ever used a Fox broadcast feed. Forget about it.
I'd like to thank our good friend, Dat Win, for filling in. That's a good guy. He took $5,000 off me playing Mahjong one night. Here's a little gambling tip for you. Don't ever get drunk and play an Asian card game for the first time against an Asian guy. That's like asking Wesley Snipes to recommend an accountant to do your taxes. I'll tell you one thing Wesley Snipes is good at though, killing vampires. I love that Blade movie. Every time it's on TV, I get sucked in, I gotta watch it. You know what else I gotta admit? I kinda like those Twilight movies. I know, I'm a little bit ashamed, but I really like that Kristen Stewart. She's pretty hot. She's got those crazy eyes. Tony's a sucker for crazy eyes. That's how I wound up with an ex-wife and alimony payments. Here's another piece of advice for you. Crazy eyes are usually crazy for a reason. They may look good, but they ain't worth it. Speaking of not worth it, recently, Tony's picks haven't been worth it. Tony's been experiencing technical difficulties far before last week. Halfway through the season, and Tony's 500 picking games, which means we've been wasting time more than a college kid with a paper due. So enough wasting time. Let's get back to doing what we do and picking games. My lock of the week, my New York Giants, laying 2 points to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If the Giants can't get it done against the Buccaneers, it's time to pack it in. I know what you're saying, Tony, why do you do this to yourself? You're going to have an ulcer by halftime. I don't know, maybe I just like Ajita or something. But Jason Pierre-Paul's coming back. I don't care how many fingers he has. I think the Giants are going to be fired up like that firecracker in JPP's hand. Too soon? Just lay the 2 points and take my New York Giants. Next up, I'm going under the boardwalk in the Miami Dolphin-Buffalo Bills game. Both these teams have a losing record, and their offenses have been Joe Namath struggling. I don't see them putting up 44 points. Take the under in this one. Tony's next pick is the Pittsburgh Steelers laying 5 at home against the Oakland Raiders. Who cares? Big Ben looked a little rusty in his return last week, but with one game under his belt, I think he should come out guns blazing. The Raiders' pass defense is horrible, and D'Angelo Williams is filling in for Le'Veon Bell, and it looks like he found the fountain of youth. He's running like a Kenyan refrigerator in a marathon. Lay to 5.5 and take the Pittsburgh Steelers. In Tony's last pick, I'm going over in the Philadelphia Eagles-Dallas Cowgirls game. Both these teams have been pretty underwhelming, but this is a big game for both teams. Des Bryant is back, and I think DeMarco Murray's got a score to settle with the Cowboys. This one's going over 43.5. If you like making money, make sure to follow me on the Twitter at Tony the Loser. And don't forget to listen to my Paisans podcast, Checked Out. There's some pretty funny bastards. You can subscribe on the iTunes or go to www.checked-out.com. Thanks for listening to Football Forget About It.